Trump says he ended friendship with Epstein because he stole people that worked for me. Oh yeah, I saw this. Audio of this? Yeah, please. So, okay, wait. As long as we're doing our daily, like, here's an update on Trump gaffing over the Epstein business, right? The other day, and it's literally every day with this guy, man. It's every goddamn day. Here's him the other day. Remember, I'm so goddamn smart. Remember how I said that it eats at Trump that he can't own this? That every other miserable, wretched, evil thing Trump has done, he gets to go, what are you gonna do, ah? And then everyone goes, yeah, we love vice, we love immorality, we hate Jesus Christ, we love the Antichrist. But with this one in particular, like, he can't do it. Like, it frustrates him that he can't go, everyone was there. The same way he's in the past said, well, everyone, you know, effectively cheats their taxes or whatever. You have to play audio to play audio. Do you know that? You have to, the audio has to be playing for the audio to play.
That was it. I'm glad I did, if you want to know the truth. And by the way, I never went to the island. And Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but Larry Summers, I hear, went there. He was the head of Harvard. And many other people that are very big people. Nobody ever talks about them. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal, really. The privilege of going to Rape Island, child rape island. I mean, of course he'd talk like this because he's frustrated he can't take ownership of it. Keep in mind, Epstein's Island was where, like, the NYC socialites went. This was like a top-of-the-line affair, right? In terms of wealth and power, like, it's not like anyone was getting invited to Little St. James. So, of course, in his head, you know, he wants to preserve the prestige of getting to go because he went many, many times, even as he disavows it. I mean, his brain's soup, but God, please let him do one big slip up. It's so close. I've seen he's done like 50 big slip ups, man. The only big slip up he hasn't done is just get in front of a camera and just say all of it, you know?
So, Mr. President, Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. I'm just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them young women? Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken, and it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad, but that story's been pretty well out there, and the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young women?
What did they do?
In the spa.
In the spa?
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago, and people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told them, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine. And then not too long after that, he did it again. And I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen...
Incredible. It's not even gaffes, dude. He just says it openly. It's been known for a long time that Ghislaine and Epstein both took girls. I don't know if they were necessarily underage, because it wasn't all underage girls they took, you know, but took girls from Mar-a-Lago, right? Which, you know, kind of lends additional credence to the belief that, well, the fact that Trump and Epstein were close friends, because Mar-a-Lago's been running a long time. Anyway, the fact that Trump would frame this as like, yeah, I had a problem with Epstein. He kept poaching my underage girls. Or, you know, or I'm sorry, young, you know, whatever you prefer. The interviewer asked, you know, were these young girls? And Trump said, you know, I don't want to say. What are you going to? Incredible.
You know, persons that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people, yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever. So.
Phenomenal. True, like unrivaled. Generational talent. Can't the reporter just come out and say, did you kids? If a reporter went up to him and said, you're a very powerful man, you're very respected, you've been very loved your whole life. Everyone back in the 80s was kids. You probably were too, right? I genuinely think there's a 50-50 he would say yes. And I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to exaggerate. I honestly think that if you pitched him the right tone, Like you gave him the right tee up. I honestly think that he would buy it, or he would bite it. You know why they post this audio in the White House page? Because this was part of a larger conversation with press. Engagement on Air Force One. It was all getting recorded by other sources as well, so they just want to have their own source for the audio. They're probably worried about stuff getting selectively edited, so if they post the full, unedited log, they can, challenge any deceptive editing. That being said, I mean, it's Trump, right? Only so much you can do with this one, I feel. Yeah. It is honestly crazy that nobody in the White House is wrangling Trump. Like, it's surprising they're not doing what Biden did. Like, Biden was like sheltered by his staff. Why is there nobody following Trump around, essentially going like, no, we got to go here. Don't talk to those people. They can't wrangle him. They're too afraid to. Maybe. Genuinely, yeah. He's a belligerent, arrogant, egotistical old man who loves the spotlight. It's possible they just can't get him away. Like Biden's never been much of a public, performer. It's probably easy to convince him to just chill and lie low in a room for a bit. But Biden was also probably to a large extent aware of his decline, even though he probably thought of it in his head as like, oh, I'm just slowing down a little because I'm old. Trump is probably in complete denial about it, right? Like there's no way that Trump thinks that he has lost any mental acuity. In his head, he's probably as sharp as he was 40 years ago. The Azalea Banks argument. Didn't Azalea Banks have a crash out where she basically just like defended pedophilia extensively, like very explicitly? It's not really much to go over there, right? I don't know. Funny shit from Trump though. I tell you, if any journalist pitched him the question the way I suggested they pitch it, I really truly think there's a decent shot they would do it. Trump says he ended friendship with Epstein because he stole people that worked for me. I can forgive the child sex trafficking, but the underage spa employee poaching I will not tolerate. But then Trump goes ahead and outflanks the Democrats. Trump disagrees with Israeli leaders' claim that there is no starvation in Gaza. So here you go. I don't know. I mean, based on television, I would say not particularly, because those children look very hungry. I don't know. So there you go, folks. That's your trade-off, okay? You get non-pedophilic Democrats who are reflexively defensive of Israel, or Trump who is pedophilic but only reflexively defensive 70% of the time. Incredible stuff. In my opinion, Trump's a narcissist, not a psychopath, so I think he doesn't actually enjoy seeing starving children. I think that's probably true, yeah. I don't think that Trump actually enjoys bad things like in a sadistic way. I think that he's just extremely megalomaniacal and narcissistic. So if he does bad things, it's always okay. But he does seem to have a somewhat identifiable moral compass, as long as it doesn't relate to him or anything involving loyalty to him. If it involves him or loyalty to him, that's his only moral prerogative. If it doesn't involve those two things, he might have more. Remember when the Republican primary candidate who, didn't stand a chance in hell, the woman who hemmed and hawed about some lost cause bullshit? Nikki Haley, thank you. They got Trump in front of a camera and he was like, come on, the South started the war over slavery. That's bullshit. Miller is a perverse psychopath. Yeah, Miller is undeniably a psychopath, 100%, yeah. You see that clip of him? Was that real? That video clip of him when he was like 17 talking about how torture is based in red pilled? He was talking about how torture is based in red pilled before anyone was using words like based in red pilled. Mother might have founded Poll for all we know. Yeah, that was real. Yeah, no, he was talking with sort of like a wanton, gleeful hatred for life and goodness before the internet normalized that behavior. Oh, Capella. Vasha says hemmed and hawed a lot. I say a lot of like folksy Southern stuff, despite being a Californian. Hemmed and hawed might not be Southern, but it is definitely folksy. You see Capella over there? Right there? Capella! No chat's in the way? You can see her. Cats really like the Lizzies. Yeah, I mean, it's like a lava lamp to them, right?